Two sides just going through their formalities around the centre circle here in Arlington, Dallas, the 5th largest stadium in America, housing 80,000 people, and it is a warm day. I think it's pretty much warm all over the Northern Hemisphere at the moment, so there we go. Two sides linking arms, two sides making sure that they are ready and prepared for what is about to happen. Young Stefan Posch plays it right back. He will be there with the carbonized or carbon fiber chin or jaw strap for a broken jaw injury suffered earlier in his last season. Well, just remains for me to say that everybody will now go through their hand slaps and high fives. Just to reiterate that you can see your game through your local broadcaster, and you can follow the match on your local, regional, national TV broadcaster wherever you are. But if you are indeed joining us for this independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the match between Argentina and Austria, thank you for coming along and joining myself. Well, it looks as though it is all about the dignitaries. We've got our referee Amin Mohamed Omar from Egypt. He's looking after today's game, 40 years of age. He has assisted on the touchlines with his two assistants, and that is Mahmoud Ahmed Kamel Abu Al-Regal, and of course on the other flank it will be Ahmed Hossam Taha, and the fourth official on the sideline, Alejandro Jose Hernandez, is the man with the board duties, as I like to call them. Red shirts, white shorts and red socks with black sleeves for Austria in their kit today, and we will run through their lineups very, very shortly as the motifs are taken off the pitch and we get ready for the captains to toss the coin, choice of ends and all the rest of it. It is navy blue shorts and socks for Argentina, and their traditional light blue and white striped shirts. VAR is being looked after today by Diego Sanchez, and the officials now go through their proprietary handshakes as Lionel Messi comes forward, and he is greeted by David Alaba for the toss of the coin here in Dallas. Argentina and Austria up against each other, both unbeaten so far. So in goal for Argentina, Emiliano Martinez. They have a back four of Facundo Medina, Lisandro Martinez, Christian Romero and Nahuel Molina. Then we reckon they're going to go for four across the middle of the park. Rodrigo de Paul, Alexis McAllister, Enzo Fernandez and Thiago Almarta. And up front it will be Lautaro Martinez with Lionel Messi as well. For the Austrian side, they will open up with Alexander Schlager in goal. They'll have a back four from left to right of Konrad Laimer, David Alaba, Kevin Danzo and Stefan Posch. Then they'll go into a midfield two, which will be Xavier Schlager and Nikola Sievert. And then three in behind the man at the top of the park, who will be Michael Gregoritsch, will be Vanna, Sabitzer and Romano, just in behind the man at the top of the park. So a little change of formation for the side from Austria, but one they hope will cope with the demands, no doubt, of Argentina in this game. So Nick just settles himself down into his technical area. And it will be a goal away to my right-hand side as we start the game, which is defended by Austria, and a goal away to my left, which will be defended, as I say, by Argentina. I see the pitch very much as you'll see television pictures, as I'm doing. So I'm trying to move my little man across the pitch here, the independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the game. We're underway. Argentina on the football far side of the pitch, and it's sent all the way back to the edge. Lisandro Martinez, 4 yards inside his own 18-yard box, away to my left-hand side, plays it square to Spurs' Christian Romero. Player I always fancied playing against if I was ever good enough. Just a few words in his shell like, seems to send Christian Romero into I'm going to kick you mode, but maybe a little bit more considered in the international array for Argentina. Lisandro Martinez, 12 yards shy of the halfway line. Argentina defend the goal away to my left. Austria defend the goal away to my right. Romero gets it back, plays it infield, picks up Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez plays it out far side for the on-Russian Medina. Medina carries the ball forward, and it's lost. Picked up by Austria, who play it forward, but back into the half of Argentina it goes, and it is straight the way back, away to my left-hand side by Romero to Martinez, Emiliano Martinez, who plays it out to Lisandro Martinez, and they are not siblings, they just have the same surname. Back inside, McAllister gets it from Lisandro Martinez across to Romero. Romero out on this near side will pick up Molina. Molina plays it infield, little layoff by Messi inside the centre circle on the Argentine side of the pitch, which is to the left of the halfway line as I face it now. The break is on, driving forward up front. Lautaro Martinez tries to slip the ball in down to the dead ball line and pulled across, and the first real action there this time for Alexander Schlager. Has to go down to his right hand side by his right hand post, away to my right, and he just sees the ball going to the side netting. But a good break, swift break there by Argentina, breaking into the penalty area, although Danzo and Alaba kept pretty tight. Could have been a shade offside, but no need for that. It's gone out for a goal kick near side. Lima back in field to Alaba. Alaba across to the penalty spot in the Austrian penalty area, away to my right. Schlager out to Danzo. Danzo 15, 16 yards shy of the halfway line as Austria look to go forward towards that goal away to my left-hand side. Danzo, a little short ball forward, going to be rolled all the way back, this time by Romano. And on the far side of the pitch, it's going to be Stefan Posch who rolls it all the way back to his keeper, Schlager. Schlager lifts it long, headed on by Gregoritz, but it could be picked off rather easily at the back by Christian Romero, some 12 yards outside the Argentina penalty area, away to my left-hand side. Little short pass in field, and the man that comes onto the football, Rodrigo De Paul, back to Romero, out on this near side, is going to pick up Molina. Molina turns his man up to the halfway line, into the feet of De Paul, back to Molina. Inside it goes, well worked by Argentina, going down their left-hand side through the centre. Messi with a chance here, great tackle comes in. Thought he was fouled, and in the end it's going to be Danzo that tries to tidy up, but he doesn't get the ball away inside his own 18-yard box. And Lima and of course Alaba get the ball away. Still players screaming for the VAR to be looked at as Lionel Messi is still down in the penalty area, away to my right-hand side. Looks as though he's going to pull the trigger, but the two defenders were very quick alongside him. Ball is currently with Lisandro Martinez. Enzo Fernandez back to Alexis McAllister. And now our referee has decided that he needs to go and see the stricken player inside the penalty area, away to my right-hand side. Driving run through the centre. And it wasn't actually Lionel Messi. It was Lautaro Martinez who got a real shellacking from two heavy challenges from Xavier Schlager and Danzo. Did either of them get the ball though? That is the question. Might be asked here. 5 minutes on the clock here. Referee stands hovering above the man that's stricken. Looks like it could be a problem for Lautaro Martinez's right ankle. Stature from a distance here is very similar to Lionel Messi. A little staccato run. Stefan Posch just got hold of the ball. No penalty there for me. First touch just rolled away from Martinez as he got into the box, and well, actually interesting. Conrad Lima gets across and plays the ball out on this near side. But don't believe there's going to be a check at the moment. We're not being told here. 5 minutes and Lautaro Martinez makes his way off behind the goal away to my right-hand side. Argentina 0, Austria 0. Still looking at a possible penalty. Xavier Schlager and Stefan Posch, the two that came in. Xavier Schlager was the man that got his foot onto the ball, but did Stefan Posch take it before the man before the ball was played? That is the question for VAR. The referee taking his time here. Almost waiting with bated breath, most of us now, to see if he makes a signal to go and have a look at the TV monitor. Obviously the first shout from the referee. A bit like in cricket, the umpire's call. He was pretty much adamant that it wasn't a penalty at the time. So is it a clear and obvious error? Fourth officials will be looking at it as we speak now. Still the conversation is being had. And the referee, Amin Omar, waits patiently. And he's been asked to go over and have a look at a monitor, which doesn't bode well for the Austrians. And one of the first people over, David Alaba, is saying, how can that be? You gave it as no penalty, but off goes Amin Omar to have a little look. Now I'm watching it in slow motion with yourself. Stefan Posch comes across from the left, and on this near side it is Xavier Schlager that gets the ball, but is the foul done by Posch first? It's an interesting one. This is a very, very moot point with two Austrians converging on an Argentinian forward here. Who gets the first challenge in? The referee has had a look. He wanders back. He signals with a square. He asks the players to walk away. And it appears that it is a penalty kick. It is a penalty kick, and Lautaro Martinez was actually fouled there by Xavier Schlager and Stefan Posch. And it gives away a penalty which gives Argentina a chance to take the lead. It's been quite some time here making that decision, but as long as the right decision's made, then there's absolutely no worries about it. Well, Lionel Messi stands forward. Will he stand tall? He's rolled the ball away now. He's walking up to the penalty spot, and Alexander Schlager wanders out to the edge of his 6-yard box and has a few words with the world star in the shape of Ballon d'Or winner numerous times, Lionel Messi. Messi got to address this with his left foot. 3 goals already in this World Cup. Messi not looking at Alexander Schlager. We pop into the 9th minute. Lionel Messi, goal away to my right. Comes up to the ball with his left foot. Little stutter and puts it wide of Schlager's left-hand post. And Lionel Messi has missed the target, and missed the target by quite some distance as well for a man of his standing. Schlager went the right way, and he hasn't even grazed the post. Austria get a reprieve. Argentina have just had a body blow. Their talismanic player, Lionel Messi, has missed a penalty on 9 minutes. Coming forward now, Schlager, Xavier. Short pass to Sievald, back to Schlager. Schlager misses Danzo out, misses Lima out as well, but he's done well to get his body across the ball, tries to flick it down the line. De Paul blocks it out of play, and Lionel Messi will now have to try and pick himself up. I'm sure he's had more setbacks than that in his illustrious career. 38 years of age now. And the referee has wanted Conrad Lima to take the throw yet again, but it wasn't a case of taking too long with a throw this time. It was something to do with the ball. Lima throws it in field, finds Sievald. Sievald on the lip of the centre circle on the Argentinian side. Finds Posch. Posch back into his own half. Finds Danzo. Danzo forward into the feet of Xavier Schlager. Back to Danzo. Danzo square. 12 yards inside his own half to his centre half, David Alaba. Back to Danzo. Danzo forward into the feet. A little bit of a spin off there this time by Sabitzer, and the ball goes down the left back channel of the Argentine defence, away to my left hand side. Good defensive work by Medina, gets pushed over in the end behind him by Romano Schmidt, and it is going to be a free kick. Little Messi, little stutter, thought he'd send the goalkeeper the wrong way. The keeper Alexander Schlager went the right way, and Messi missed the goal altogether. Low down. Argentina 0, Austria 0. Thank you very much for joining this independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the match between Argentina and Austria. Just to let you know, you can watch the game through your local broadcaster. You know, you can follow it on your local, regional, national TV broadcaster. But nice to have you along nevertheless. Gregoric tries to battle hard in the middle of the park and gets fouled right on the lip of the centre circle. Gregoric picks his boot up, waves at the referee, and will go to put it back on. He's playing through the centre. Just the one change for Austria in this game. Lisandro Martinez with a rather unceremonious barge in the back, that of Michael Gregoric. Near side of the pitch. Franjik patrols his technical area. Gregoric is still putting his boot on. Into the 12th minute of the game here. Argentina 0, Austria 0. And Argentina suffering a body blow. Gifted a penalty. Were they gifted it? Right call made after VAR. And Lionel Messi missing the target altogether. David Alaba with his free kick. Just about a yard inside the edge of the centre circle on the Argentinian side of the pitch, which is to the left of the halfway line. Rodrigo de Porta and Michael Gregoric. A little bit of a difference in height between those two. Trying to shepherd each other out to the right of Emiliano Martinez's goal, away to my left-hand side. Dropped into the back there, a little stutter on the free kick. Knocked on by Alaba. Looking around the back here for Danzo. Danzo heads it into the box, headed away by Lisandro Martinez. Sabitzer heads it back to Danzo, down the side of the Argentinian penalty area. Dancing well on this near side with Manuel Molina. Ball gets whipped into the box. This time it's headed away by Fernandez. Hooked back towards the Argentinian penalty area, away to my left-hand side. And Austria taking their little reprieve from that missed penalty. They're looking to build on their good fortune. Stefan Posch this time gets away from Lautaro Martinez and plays it all the way back to his keeper Schlager. Schlager sweeps the ball out to the left-back Lima. Lima, short pass in field, finds Schlag back to Lima, and now back to Alaba. Alaba 18 to 24 yards inside the Austrian half, which is to the right of the halfway line. Short pass this time into the feet of Sivald. Sivald out to the right-sided centre-half Danzo. Danzo up to the halfway line, plays it back inside the centre circle on the Austrian side of the pitch, which is to the right of the halfway line. Sivald back to Danzo. Danzo has an option outside him in the shape of Stefan Posch, but elects to go back to Nicolas Sivald. Sivald, crossfield ball for Konrad Lima. Lima midway inside the Argentinian half, plays it down this near side. Sabitzer, not with the greatest turn in the world, tries to turn it goalwards, but it's off the legs this time of Manuel Molina. Up for a throw, some 12 yards away from the corner flag, defended by the right back of Argentina. Lima throws it in. Foul on the edge of the box, given away this time by Alexis McAllister. It's about a yard outside the right-hand side of Emiliano Martinez's penalty area. Vanna was the man that was upended. Yep. Alexis McAllister made a vain attempt to try and get the ball, but took the man instead. It's 12 yards from the dead ball line. Martinez in goal for Argentina, away to my left, looks out. So if you were to draw a line from the penalty spot to the centre spot in Martinez's goal and say that's 12 o'clock, this is getting on for 11 or 12 minutes past the hour. Difficult angle, Sabitzer stands over it, as does Paul Vanna. Sabitzer looks favourite with his right boot to take it in towards the goal. As Vanna looks favourite with his left boot to take it away from the goal. Argentina right across the edge of their 6-yard box, a two-man war protecting Emiliano Martinez's right-hand post. Here comes the ball, whipped in and cleared away by Argentina. Slowly and surely, in fairness, Lionel Messi loses it on the edge of the box. Chance now for Danzo to slip it forward. Little toe poke through. Argentina look a little bit ragged, but they cleared the ball up to Messi. Messi tries to play it near side, which is the right-hand side for Argentina, but it's picked up by Paul Vanna. Vanna comes forward with the football. Plays it out on this near side to Alaba. Alaba tries to turn inside. Comes off the feet of Molina. Molina has given away a throw, and Austria putting a bit of pressure on the Argentinian rear guard at the moment. Sabitzer throws it short and backwards to Lima. Lima inside to Schlager back to Seewald across to Danzo back to Seewald, lip of the centre circle on the Argentine side of the pitch, which is to the left of the halfway line. Chance here to come forward. Xavier Schlager into the feet of Lima. Short ball inside, finds Vanna turns into trouble. Romero tries to clear it, plays it right against the body this time, but a handball has been given by our referee. As it was cleared, Eagle Eyes a lot closer. As I say, thank you very, very much for listening to this independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the Argentina versus Austria game tonight here from Dallas. You can, of course, watch the game through your local broadcaster. But thank you for joining us here. The big news is 9 minutes on the clock. Argentina missed the penalty. More importantly, it was Lionel Messi that missed the penalty, missed the target. Messi turns the ball on for Lautaro Martinez, slips into a challenge, ball breaks off the leg. Stefan Posch on the edge of his own penalty area for Austria, lifts the ball up towards the halfway line, tries to get it in behind. Good work by Gregoric finds Vanna clips the ball out near side to Sabitzer's into the box but wide of Martinez's goal, lifts it across the face of goal, and at the back post it's been left. Not the best bit of work there. Schmidt now with the ball. Underlapping run this time, not going to be kept in play. A little bit too much strength on the pass. Ball goes out of play for a goal kick to Argentina away to my left-hand side. Well, it's entertaining. We're into the 17th minute here in Dallas. Argentina 0, Austria 0. Penalty missed by Lionel Messi on 9 minutes. Did take a couple of 3 minutes though for VAR to work out who had actually committed a foul on Lautaro Martinez, whether it was actually Stefan Posch or Xavier Schlager. Tended to think that it was Posch that fouled before Schlager got a touch on the ball. Emiliano Martinez in goal for Argentina, away to my left, comes out of the penalty area, past the D of his own penalty area, short pass to Lisandro Martinez. Martinez coming forward, the Manchester United centre half. About 15 yards shy of the halfway line. He's going to play it square to Spurs centre half Christian Romero. Romero a little bit deeper in his own half, plays it square to Lisandro Martinez, and then Lisandro Martinez plays it out to Medina. Medina back to Martinez. Short pass into the feet of McAllister. McAllister is upended just inside the centre circle on the Argentina side of the pitch, and not made a great start. A really talented young man in the shape of Alexis McAllister. Rodrigo de Paul plays the ball forward. The layoff this time on this near side by Molina, goes straight out of play. Austrian throw about 6 yards inside their own half. Right back line that plays it into Xavier Schlager. Up it goes into the body this time of Gregoric. His layoff is cleared by Argentina. Headed down by Alaba. Alaba gets the ball into the feet of Seewald. Seewald back to Danzo. Danzo on the edge of the Austrian penalty area, away to my right. Knocks the long ball out to the halfway line, which is picked off rather easily by Lisandro Martinez for Argentina. Ball goes forward to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez gets it back from Messi. Tries to slip in Lautaro Martinez. Poor touch there. Ball into Messi. Messi with a chance. Steps across one. Good save this time as it's driven goalwards by the outstretched left leg of Alexander Schlager. I'm not sure if that came off the defender or Lionel Messi, but he broke into the box after a good bit of play on the edge of it. And Lionel Messi, if it was him, has had an opening 19 minutes to forget. Two good looks at the Austrian goal. One he's completely missed with a penalty, and one he's hit the outstretched left leg of Alexander Schlager in between the pipes for Austria, away to my right hand side. Lisandro Martinez plays the ball out far side to Medina. Facundo Medina back to Martinez on the halfway line. Short pass infield to McAllister, who's in between his two centre halves. He plays it out to the right centre half. Romero forward, laid up by Rodrigo de Paul. A little bit heavy there by Molina. Cleared by Austria, and the ball goes all the way through to another Martinez. Emiliano Martinez in goal for Argentina, away to my right. As we just get to see, it was actually a little toe poke by David Alaba. It wasn't a shot by Lionel Messi, who plies his trade in the major soccer league in America. Near side, Argentina midway inside the Austrian half. McAllister back to Lisandro Martinez. Martinez short pass out to the fullback Medina. Medina square to Romero. Romero infield again. McAllister forward, laid off by Messi. Well, it's a little bit of a tough one there to be taken down on the chest by Lisandro Martinez. Ball goes forward. Stefan Posch looked as though he was caught late there, but nothing doing from our referee. As midway inside the Austrian half, Alaba heads the ball down to Sabitzer. Sabitzer tries to turn inside his man. Little deflection off the heels on this near side of Molina. And in the end, Lima has been caught late by a very hefty challenge on this near side. Left in a heap on the floor. And Lautaro Martinez is the man that's left him in a heap. It'll be interesting to see what our referee does this time. Scaloni is up off the bench. Lautaro Martinez comes across to help Conrad Lima up. Not the most vicious of challenges, but I think we would say in the game that he let the man know he was there. Won't be long before we go to our drinks break at the moment. Rodrigo de Paul has picked himself up rather gingerly off the floor. And the referee's asked him to go off to the touchline, even though the trainers didn't come on. And I think he's saying that there is blood from the shin. As the ball broke away. Just a foot went through the ball. I'm sure it's, again, any malicious intent there, but it did indeed cut the chin of Rodrigo de Paul. He'll come off and get himself a little bit of treatment, and then he'll be laid back on once he's had a little bit of dressing placed on that little neck. Stefan Posch, 6 yards inside, 12 yards inside, 15 yards inside the Argentinian half. Plays a short bar back this time to Seeveld. Seeveld into the feet this time of Vanna. Vanna back to Danzo. Danzo squared to Alaba. Alaba inside the Argentinian half. Up to Gregoric. First time layoff. Chance for shot. No. Cleared by the Argentinian defence. Far side of the pitch. Posch who put it back into the box. Real chance here. Comes over the head. Coming in. Sabitzer with a shot. Cleared this time by Romero. Away for the first corner of the game, which is going to go the way of Austria. And it's a very, very intriguing game between these two sides that both begin with A, Argentina and Austria. That's a point for me for telling you that. Goal away to my left. Emiliano Martinez looks out to his right. 23rd minute of the game. Sabitzer to take it. Lots of movement. Front post goes over everyone's head. Headed away by Lisandro Martinez. Picked off by Messi. Messi gets it out on the far side this time to Molina. Molina tries to turn away, but he's going to see the ball run out of play for a throw to Austria midway inside the Argentinian half, and the referee has decided that it is time for us to refresh ourselves. And just to let you know, you are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the game between Argentina and Austria here from Dallas, and it's goalless after 24 minutes. The talking point being that on 6 minutes, Lautaro Martinez was caught by a double challenge from Stefan Posch from one side and Xavier Schlager from the other side, which resulted in a VAR check, and our referee, Amin Mohamed Omar, going to the monitor and having a look before judging that it was a penalty. Lionel Messi, 3 goals in the competition so far, stepped up to take the spot kick against Alexander Schlager. He put the ball to Schlager's left. Schlager went to his left, but the ball evaded the framework of the goal and the goal itself and went wide of the post to the left-hand side. Lionel Messi left a little bit dumbfounded by not hitting the target. A man of his amazing talent, not hitting the target from 12 yards. As I say, make sure you can, if you can, watch the game through your local broadcaster. You can follow the match on your local, regional and national broadcaster at any given point as well. And you are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of Argentina versus Austria in a game coming from Dallas in the United States of America. Well, it's been nip and tuck. I think it's been more possession football from Argentina in the first part of this game, but Austria have certainly covered themselves with glory, I would say, because they've done very, very well when they've had the press and the counter-attack. They've certainly made the Argentinian defence think about a few things on the way through. Well, we are presently in a situation where taking on some fluids, and it is going to be Scaloni and co that are just having their few words. 53% possession in the first 24 minutes for Argentina to 47. It's the one corner registered by Austria, and one shot both off target for both of these two sides. Lautaro Martinez, 3 minutes it took for the VAR to sort it out. But ironically, when you look at the statistics for dangerous attacks in that first half, 16 for Austria and just 4 for Argentina. Well, we're back on the field of play. And Lionel Messi, who broke through moments later, had it taken off his toes by David Alaba. Saw Schlager, Alexander Schlager save with his left leg. It's going to be a throw to Austria, far side of the pitch, midway inside the Argentinian half. Argentina defend the goal away to my left as I face the pitch, and Austria defend the goal away to my right. Thrown back to Danzo. Danzo 6 yards inside the half. Short pass infield finds Nicolas Sivalt. Sivalt out to David Alaba. David Alaba comes forward 15 yards, 16 yards. Turns it back to Nicolas Sivalt, and the ball goes all the way back to Alexander Schlager. Out to Danzo. Danzo into the feet this time of Xavier Schlager. Across to Danzo. Danzo out to Posch. Posch back to Danzo. Danzo all the way back from virtually the halfway line to his keeper Schlager. Alexander, who's 6 yards outside his own penalty area. He sweeps ball out to the left-sided centre half. David Alaba, who plays it to the right-sided centre half, backwards infield, and picks up Kevin Danzo. Danzo, whose teammate at Spurs, is on the other side of the pitch for the other side. Christian Romero. Danzo has the ball back at his feet. He's a good 15 yards inside his own half. Takes a little touch, allowed a little bit of space to run up to the halfway line, and elects to get the sound wedge out of his golf bag and clip it out near side. He finds Lima. Lima's headed down, finds Sabitzer. Back it goes to Lima. Lima then goes to Xavier Schlager. Sabitzer back to Lima. Lima clips the ball forward, looking for the run of Miguel Gregoric, with Vanna going in behind him, but it's easily tidied up by the Argentinian defence. And a loose ball there played on this near side by Molina. Austria back in possession. Chance now for them to break down the Argentinian right-hand side. Lima's got into the corner, steps away from Romero, plays it against the legs of the covering Manuel Molina, and it's another corner to Austria, their second of the first half. And again, they don't look too phased. Sabitzer will come on his near side. Emiliano Martinez in the goal away to my left-hand side as I face the pitch. We'll look out to his right-hand side. Thank you for listening to this independent studio-based off-tube commentary of Argentina versus Austria. And don't forget, you can catch the game through your local TV broadcast. The ball into the box, headed away inside the 6-yard box, this time by Lautaro Martinez. And he gets a second attempt to hook it away over his head. Picked up by Austria, but approach play is a little bit ragged, and the clearance by Romero goes straight to Danzo, who's making his way back. Short pass into Paul Vanna. Vanna out on this near side to Alaba. Alaba further right now to Sabitzer. Sabitzer faced by De Paul. Down the line he goes. Chance here for cross to go in by Paul Vanna. Vanna's trying to get away from one. Doubled up with De Paul and McAllister. Get the ball forward. Flag has gone up for a ball out of play. Not sure if that's going to be an Austrian throw though, or whether that's going to be an Argentinian throw. Couldn't see. Bodies very close together. 30 minutes on the clock here in Dallas. Argentina 0, Austria 0. Story really that will dominate the headlines of this first 30 minutes is a Lionel Messi missed penalty, and not just missed, he missed the target. Lima. Sabitzer. Sabitzer tries to get to the dead ball line. Across goes McAllister. Ushers the ball out of play. Goal kick to Argentina. Away to my left-hand side. Oh, and Alexis McAllister waves an imaginary card at Marcel Sabitzer, who just tried to block him playing the ball back to his keeper and getting the goal kick taken quicker. Didn't think that really was allowed, but then again, we've had so many changes to the laws of association football over the years. I'm sure that some get forgotten along the way. Ball goes back from Romero into the feet this time of Emiliano Martinez. Goal away to my left-hand side. He jogs outside his penalty area, into the D on the edge of his penalty area. Plays it out to the right-sided centre-half, Christian Romero, who ambles slowly forward before playing it square. And he picks up the body of Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez out this time to Medina. Back inside to Fernandez. Fernandez, who hasn't had a great deal of football in this game so far, plays it back to Romero. Romero up and over the halfway line. Short pass to Alexis McAllister. McAllister straight ball up into the feet of Lisandro Martinez. Lay off to Messi. Messi tackled though. Gets away from one, gets away from two. Austria make a little bit of a hash of clearing it, but at the second attempt it's just lifted away on this near side. It's going to be the right back, Manuel Molina. And pass the ball to Rodrigo de Paul. Back to the halfway line to Romero. And square to Lisandro Martinez. Out on the far side. Chance now for Enzo Fernandez to play it past the full back, running in behind this time. Chance for a layoff by Messi. Keeper's got to come out, loses it. Messi with a shot this time blocked. And I don't know what Alexander Schlager was doing when he came out to gather that ball, but it came off his body and went straight back to Lionel Messi, who just fired a shot goalwards from 12 yards, and it was blocked inside or on the edge of the 6-yard box there by David Alaba. There was a touch by Alexander Schlager, and he's really been dug out of trouble there by his captain David Alaba. He slides out on his knees. I'm just trying to see what part of the body it was. He brought his arm down. He was under pressure from Enzo Fernandez, but maybe could have gathered it. Looks as though he was more worried about the close proximity of Enzo Fernandez and making sure he gathered the ball. Lima near side, shepherded by two. Rodrigo de Paul, short ball inside. McAllister first time ball, charging away on this near side. Lautaro Martinez pulls it to the edge of the box. Good covering back there this time by Gregoric. Short ball forward this time by Silvald. Picks up Schlager, Xavier Schlager, but he's lost it. Ball to go forward again. Edge of the 18-yard box if you drew a line across for Argentina. Molina in field to McAllister, 12 yards inside the Austrian half, which is to the right of the halfway line. Short pass to Lisandro Martinez. Martinez back to the halfway line to Romero. Romero to the left-sided centre-half, Lisandro Martinez, who goes further out this time to Facundo Medina. And Argentina quite happy to play in that umbrella shape. Back to Romero. Rodrigo de Paul, overlapping run from Molina. Back it goes though to Romero, 6 yards inside the Austrian half, which is to the right of the halfway line. Square to Lisandro Martinez. Martinez short ball forward. This time into the feet of Almada. Almada out to Medina. Into the feet of Almada. Back it goes to McAllister. Square to Romero. Down on this near side to Molina. Back to Romero. Just 4 or 5 yards inside the Austrian half. Austria defend the goal away to my right. Short ball into the middle of the park. Plenty of running by Thiago Almada, but he's processing the ball backwards rather than forwards for me. Have one break. He gets it again now at his feet. He's 12 yards inside the half of Austria. Plays it square to Romero, slightly backwards. Romero out on this near side. We'll pick out Rodrigo de Paul. Back it goes to Romero. Inside to McAllister. McAllister 18 yards inside the Austrian half. Short pass out far side to Enzo Fernandez, who plays it back towards the halfway line to Lisandro Martinez. Fernandez takes over and plays it out on this near side to De Paul. De Paul has to go back to Romero. Good pressing by Austria when they haven't got the ball, forcing Argentina to play, as I recall it, in an umbrella shaped. Fernandez now has to play it back from the halfway line all the way back to Emiliano Martinez in goal for Argentina. Stops it 6 yards outside his penalty area, went on my left-hand side and plays it to Romero. Romero to Lisandro Martinez. He is about 15 yards inside his own half. Argentina defend the goal away to my left. Austria defend the goal away to my right. 35 minutes on the clock. Argentina 0, Austria 0. You're listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the game between Argentina and Austria. And I should just tell you that you can watch the game through your local broadcaster. If you're close by, your local national or regional broadcaster has this game as well. But if you're watching and maybe listening to me, thank you very much for coming along. Long ball forward. Martinez on a halfway line, heads the ball down. Silvald puts it forward. Sabitzer pushed in the back just inside the half of Argentina. Referee very quickly on the spot to blow his whistle. Amin Omar says that that is a foul. And a very, very close game. If you've ever heard me commentate before, I would call this the plastic surgery derby, because it's nip and tuck at the moment. No quarters given for the talking point. Most difficult. Not difficult at all to talk about, really. Lionel Messi, penalty, 10 minutes. Put the ball wide of Alexander Schlager's goal, or wide of my right-hand side. Put it wide of the post by good half a yard. We're talking Lionel Messi here. Thrown into the box, headed on by Gregoritsch. Cleared by Romero. Alaba heads it near side. Lima heads it on. Sabitzer back to Lima. Lima's got two around him. Good take off his toes by De Paul. De Paul finds Fernandez. Fernandez sweeps the ball forward. Now's a chance of a break on for Argentina. Cross goes Danzo. Danzo tries to hold up Lautaro Martinez. In it goes to the feet of Enzo Fernandez. Tries to play it across the face of goal. Doesn't see a blue and white shirt inside the penalty area of Austria. Away to my right-hand side. And Marcel Sabitzer will knock a long ball forward. Down in the heap goes Michael Gregoritsch. Christian Romero stands over him, screams at him, saying nothing's doing, and Argentina continue their merry way. Almada plays the ball to Fernandez, back to Almada, level the 18-yard box of Austria, away to my right-hand side. Infield it will go. McAllister wide on this near side, picks up the full-back. Molina inside to De Paul. He tries to play the ball forward, but it's not a well-placed ball, and it runs harmlessly all the way through to Alexander Schlager in goal for Austria, away to my right-hand side. It's a little bit bitty from Argentina. And just got a replay of Christian Romero, whose arm did come down on the top of Gregorich's head, but I'm not so sure it was that good. And this time they go together again, and Romero this time hits the deck. Now Gregoritsch and Romero have a few words. It doesn't take much for Christian Romero to get into what I would often say is the wrong mindset. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but sometimes players need a little bit of needle to fire them up to do their best. But all of a sudden, those last two challenges with Michael Gregoritsch and the way he powered over the top of Gregoritsch in the first one makes me think that Christian Romero at the moment is just on the cusp of seeing a little bit of red mist. Just seen the challenge. Michael Gregoritsch knew exactly what he was doing. Left in a heap in the middle of the park as the game goes on this time. Down in a heap this time is Xavier Schlager. Argentina break forward. Far side of the pitch. Chance here now for Medina to play it back. 1-0 it is. Lionel Messi turns it in as it was pulled back to the edge of the box. He came in from deep and sweeps the ball in. 39 minutes on the clock. Lionel Messi opens the scoring. And he gets his fourth of this tournament. Just came in on the edge of the box as it was pulled back. Who else but Lionel Messi? Absolutely sweeps the ball in. Questions may be asked though. The assist coming from Facundo Medina on that far side of the pitch. Pulled it back to the edge of the box. He's about 12 yards from the dead ball line. Pulled it back to the 18-yard box. And there was Messi to sweep it in with the instep of his left foot for 1-0 on 39 minutes. Excellent play. And he'll feel better because up till that point, not only was that the talking point, the goal, but the other talking point was his missed penalty. Almada to Medina, step over, Messi coming in, 17 yards outside, footed it, keeper Schlager going across to his left as the ball went into his bottom right-hand corner. Fine strike from Lionel Messi. Obviously saying that 12 yards is too close for him. He needs it to be a little further out. It's 1-0, Argentina 1, Austria 0. There's a player down. Xavier Schlager was down in the build-up to that game, that goal, but we're not seeing if there's a check. It was quite a phase afterwards that Messi put the ball into the back of the net, but he gets his fourth goal. And he becomes the top goal scorer. 17 goals in this tournament over the years. Wonderful stuff by the little Argentinian, and currently down on the far side of the pitch. Thiago Almada is picking himself up slowly. A lot of Argentinian protestation around our referee, who is Amin Omar, trying to, I think, I have to say Stefan Posch needlessly did put a chest on Thiago Almada, and Stefan Posch gets himself a yellow card. Is that needless? Was that required? Oh, have a guess who's over there. I'll give you a clue. His first name's Christian, his second name's Romero. Argentina did not take too kindly to that, and having seen it in slow motion, I do have to say that it looked pretty needless from the right back Stefan Posch, who's picked up a yellow card for that shoulder into the chest and the lower jaw, I would say. That's his first one. Ball goes forward near side. Messi with the layoff, charging through. Manuel Medina can't keep the ball in play. So if you've just joined us, story of the first half here in Dallas. Current scoreline 42 on the clock. There will be at least 6 minutes, I would think, added on at the end of this first half. Argentina 1, Austria 0. 7 minutes on the clock. Saw Lautaro Martinez brought down by Stefan Posch and Xavier Schlager. Penalty given after a VAR check by our referee Amin Omar. And on 10 minutes, 3 minutes later, Lionel Messi sent the ball wide of Alexander Schlager's left-hand post from the spot. Remained 0-0 right up to the 39th minute when foul, they thought, was not given in the middle of the park on Xavier Schlager. Broke down the left-hand side. Facundo Medina pulled the ball back, step over by Almada, coming in on the edge of the box. Lionel Messi 17 yards out, swept it in with the instep of his left boot into the bottom corner of Alexander Schlager's net. He was going to his left and the ball went into the bottom right. 1-0, and that's what separates the two sides. It's been very, very close between the two sides. A little bit of needle between the two sides as well, in fairness. But currently that one goal separating the two sides here in Dallas. Free kick has been given. Now Lionel Messi goes tumbling like a circus tumbler under a challenge from Kevin Danzo. Just to remind you, you are listening to an independent studio-based off-tube commentary of the match here between Argentina and Austria. And make sure you are watching the game through your local TV broadcaster, national, regional broadcasters, whichever way you want. But if you've chosen to listen to my dulcet tones, then thank you very much. Look at the pictures, hear the voice, sleep alongside me. Argentina 1, Austria 0, 44 on the clock. Romero forward, a little layoff up front by Almada. Is given away there. Chance for a break forward. Foul this time coming forward on Romano Schmidt by Alexis McAllister. Schmidt takes his time picking himself up. 7 yards inside the Argentina half, which is just to the left of the halfway line. And this is far from a done deal. You know, many people would have possibly looked at this and thought this is just going to be a walk in the proverbial park for Argentina, but Austria have done really well. Standing over this free kick is the captain David Alaba. He's going to clip it up to the penalty area away to my left-hand side. High line being held by Argentina along the edge of their own 18-yard box. Alaba clips it out near side, but it's beaten everybody and goes out of play for a goal kick. A rather poor and wasted set piece there for Austria, who trail to Lionel Messi, who scored the only goal so far of this first half. And 39 minutes, sweeping in a ball back by Facundo Medina. A goal kick taken by Emiliano Martinez, flips it long, up to Lautaro Martinez. Alaba heads the ball away, headed forward this time by Alaba, hooked away by Lima for Austria. Gregoric to the centre spot. Good bit of work, still tenacious work here. Gregoric gets it back, nicely played. Spin on the lip of the centre circle. And again, going down in a heap under a challenge from Enzo Fernandez, which didn't look too bad with Schmidt, but the free kick's been taken quickly. Sabitzer near side. Plays it back to the halfway line to Alaba. Alaba square to the right-sided centre half. Danzo back to Alaba, left side, 12 yards, 15 yards. up into the feet of Schlager. Schlager back to Alaba. Squared to Danzo. Danzo up into the feet this time of Vanna. Vanna square. Picks out Schlager. Schlager to Lima. Back inside to Vanna. A little bit of a loose ball, but it's left to run to Alaba. Alaba to Danzo. Austria camping inside the Argentinian half. Schmidt slips the ball forward. Little run through there. Lovely play by Posch. Gets the ball in towards the penalty spot in Argentina's penalty area, but it's drilled away by Argentina. But again, Austria pick up the second ball. Argentina struggling somewhat to keep their foot on the ball at the moment, which is indicative. We've got 7 minutes to be added on at the end of this first period here in Dallas. Argentina 1, Austria 0. Lima midway inside the Argentina half, which is to the left of the halfway line. Argentina defend the goal away to my left. Austria defend the goal away to my right. Sabitzer near side of the pitch. In field. Picks out a nice pass to Schlager. Schlager goes outside his man. Can he get the ball into the box? He's down to the dead ball line. Clips it back. Moves inside his 6-yard box with a hefty right boot to clear it on the volley. Christian Romero. Tenacious work again as on this near side. A foul has been given away by Lautaro Martinez. Had a little bit of a clip of the heels, and Conrad Lima's really not happy. Gets up, and Amin Omar is over in no uncertain terms to say, I'm refereeing the game, not you. And I think Conrad Lima says, well, my right ankle will tell you that's been refing the game. Are they the pantomime villains, Argentina? Are they the side that everybody loves to hate when they get their noses in front? Sabitzer plays the free kick square in field, finds Schmidt. Schmidt finds Sivalt. Sivalt back to Sabitzer. Sabitzer down the line to Lima. Lima back in field. Schmidt clips the deep ball across the face of the goal. Headed away by Lisandro Martinez. Picked up on the far side by Enzo Fernandez. He's tracked all the way away by Xavier Schlager. Argentina play a nice bit of keep ball. Enzo Fernandez into Alexis McAllister, 8 yards outside his own penalty area, away to my left. Plays it out to this near side, the right to Lionel Messi. Outside of his left boot, got 2 for company. Short pass is absolutely woeful there by Messi. Gregoric smashes it against the legs of the Argentinian player on this near side and gets the throw, which Lima takes quickly midway inside the Austrian half. 48th minute here. Talking points of the first half. A penalty given away by a double challenge by Stefan Posch and Xavier Schlager on Lautaro Martinez, given after Amin Omar was sent to the VAR box to have a look at it after originally not giving it as a penalty. Gave it as a penalty, and then 3 minutes later after the incident, 10 minutes on the clock, Lionel Messi stood up with his left boot, his trusty wonderful left boot, and put the ball wide of the goal. To everybody's surprise, Alexander Schlager had guessed the right way, but he was never getting that one because it was a good half a yard wide of his left post. Crossfield ball at the moment. We'll talk about the goal in just a moment. Posch brings the ball down, goes inside, loses out. Cleared by Fernandez up to Messi. Messi loses out in the middle of his own half, but Lautaro Martinez finds Rodrigo de Paul. Little give and go on this near side by Manuel Medina. And now Alexis McAllister midway inside the Argentinian half, away to the left of the halfway line. Here's the man that passes it out to Messi. Little bit of keep ball going on here as we approach the end of stoppage time at the end of the first period here in Dallas. Goal came on 39 minutes, and what a fine goal it was too. A little bit of a tackle in the middle of the park, which wasn't given as a foul. Ball broke for Argentina into the half of Austria. They went. They broke down their left-hand side, and the left fullback Facundo Medina pulled it back from 12 yards away from the dead ball line towards the edge of the 18-yard box, centrally for an instep, a sweeping instep from Lionel Messi to sweep it into the bottom right-hand corner of Alexander Schlager's net for 1-0. Schlager going from his right to his left, and then saw the ball go in the opposite direction. A little step over on the way by Thiago Almarda. That is the goal that separates the two. We're into the 50th minute. Minimum of 7 to be added on at the end of this first period here. Argentina now just playing keep ball. They want to see the break, and certainly Lionel Scaloni will have a few words to say at half-time. They've not looked the most secure of sides against an Austrian side that have been tenacious without having too much of the football in this first period. They have had 2 corners. Argentina have not mustered one, but they have the goal that separates these 2 sides, which is statistically the only thing they need at the moment. Molina plays it forward. Alaba gets the ball down. Messi takes a touch. Ball comes off of Alaba. Throw this time. Sarcastic clapping there by David Alaba to the official on this near side, saying it was actually an Austrian throw, not an Argentinian throw. Argentina fans bouncing away at the moment inside the ground here in Dallas. Far side of the pitch, Enzo Fernandez plays the ball at Thiago Almada, infield to McAllister. McAllister 8 yards inside the Austrian half, which is to the right of the halfway line. Short pass out to Rodrigo de Paul. De Paul gets it out to Messi. Messi back inside the McAllister. Back to Messi. Messi almost on the halfway line. Plays it to the centre spot where Lisandro Martinez plays it back to Messi. Messi coming forward. Backing off in front of him is Schmidt. Plays it outside of Schmidt and finds the fullback Medina. Medina back inside. Played across by Fernandez. Rodrigo de Paul, McAllister, back to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez forward. Almada back to McAllister. And it looks as though, for me, Argentina have decided that they will have the football as long as it needs to be retained until that whistle is blown for half time. And they can get back inside the hutch, as we'd say in cricket. They'll have a few words with Scaloni. Get themselves sorted out for a second 45. Romero on the halfway line, out on this near side, down the right-hand side to De Paul. De Paul back to Romero, who backs off into his own half, some 4 or 5 yards. Plays it square to the left side of centre-half, Lisandro Martinez. Martinez out on the far side to Medina. Back to Martinez, and now infield to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez square to Rodrigo de Paul, and Argentina just enjoying football on the halfway line here. We move towards the end of time added on, and in fact our referee has decided, Mr. Amir Oman, that is it for half-time. Talking points, Lionel Messi missing from the spot. Not just missing a goal from the spot on 10 minutes, but then getting his 17th goal in this tournament over the years, sweeping in on 38 minutes.